Bathsheba and he messed up. We know that, right? But for real, is that the whole story? Or have you, see, that's why you got to study to show that stuff. Have you really looked at the story? Let's look at where David was at. David was a warrior. Stay with me, right? A warrior loves to fight. Does it? A warrior loves to fight. David was built on fighting. All the way from a young boy, he loved to fight. When he fought, when the army went fought, he fought by himself. So my question then becomes this: if it's a time, and if you read the passage, it says there was a time when the kings were going to war. Here we got this battle warrior that's not at war.
Come on.
Huh? Can we really read the passage? And if we read the passage, and it says, in the afternoon, in the evening, when David had awoken from his nap. Can we look at the story really? Come on, let's look at it. Why do we take naps in the middle of the day unless we're tired? First of all, he was out of character. He wasn't what he normally do. He wasn't doing how he normally act. He was a fighter, and he did not go fight, and he was at home taking a nap. Sounds to me like he had some other things going on. Sounds to me that he was at a point of weakness in his life. Sounds to me that maybe David could have been just a teeny bit depressed. Something going on with him. David, you out of character. And the Bible says that he came upon the roof. When he came upon the roof, he walked around the roof, and Bathsheba, knowing where he was, don't get her out of the situation. She knew where the king was. She knew that she had bathed, because the bathing that she was doing was the bathing of a purification of what happens right before you told your husband you was ready to be intimate. If you study the custom, you will find out that they bathed after their purification, which has prepared you for the bedroom.
Come on. Come on.
Come on.
She bathed in the sight of where the king was. Huh? And if you're on the roof and you know that you're bathing and you know that the king is looking at you, my question then becomes one: if there was no resistance in her call. Now, watch this. There was no resistance. When he called for Bathsheba and the king called, there was never a time where there was any form of resistance on her part. Come on, let's talk about it for real. And then you have to understand this. Where was David's mind at so tough that the man, when the king called, the king didn't go get him himself. He had to send somebody. Y'all not hearing?
Come on, we hear you.
So was it really a secret? Or did he didn't care? Why? Because he was so caught up in his own secret area that his secret area began to control him. And if you don't deal with the secret areas in your life that you struggle with, they will control your decision making. We don't want to really talk about the secret stuff. We want to talk about the basic stuff. We don't want to. Y'all don't want to get deep. Y'all want to keep it surface level, and y'all want to keep it with everything else. What is your struggle? What is your real? I'm not talking about the stuff that you see. I'm talking about the stuff that we ain't gonna see at church. All right, okay, come on, y'all want to talk for real? I'm talking about the stuff that your wife don't see.
Come on.
I'm talking about the stuff that you struggle with by yourself in the secret. Okay, watch this. Can we go back to Ezekiel? Because it says, Ezekiel, do you see what these men are doing in the chambers of their imagery? Y'all get it? Ezekiel, do you see what each king is doing in the chambers of his imagery? What in the world is the chambers of your imagery?
Come on, help us.
Imagery comes from imagination. Okay? You want to get deeper into it?
Come on.
Imagery comes from the imagination. Do you see, Ezekiel, what's going on in these dudes' minds?
Come on with it.
They got some mental stuff going on that's not of me, and because I'm God and I'm omnipotent, I see all and I know all. I know what you think. I know where your struggle is, whether you speak it or not. When you think you're hiding, you're revealing to me because I already know you. I made you. to talk about that. We don't want to talk about when the wife ain't doing her wifely duties. No, you don't deal with that. What happens? What do you do? Where's your struggle at? Huh? Do you struggle on a computer still? Do you still have areas? See, that's where we don't want to talk about that in service.
All right.
If you really want to get to the next place,
All right.
there's